In 2012, we launched the Caspian Corridor Conference at Lancaster House as a summit between business and policy stakeholders with key experts on the region to talk about what was going right as well as the challenges to the region, because there's so much that business people see that needs to be part of the dialogue. We then moved to the London Stock Exchange in 2014, and we've been fortunate to meet here at the EBRD in 2015. It's all about elevating the dialogue, bringing in substance and content so that people who are working in the region with people from the region can have a much more substantial and substantive dialogue. When we began in 2012, we were talking about a few pipelines, Baku, Tbilisi, Ceyhan through Turkey for oil, and regional trends. Since then, we've moved into a status of trying to keep up with all the changes that are happening and the transformation of the Caspian region between pipelines, new powers, and what some call a new great game, but I would call a series of game changers that will affect both Europe and Asia as a connective region for transport and trade. Obviously, everyone's focused on the gas and oil pipelines, especially the TANAP and TAP pipeline from Azerbaijan through Georgia, Turkey to Italy, as well as Turkstream. It's interesting that everyone can agree that Turkey is the new regional energy hub. But I think it's also important to look at the massive investment that China is making in infrastructure for the three transport corridors and trade corridors that they are creating and are positioned to create. All of this will completely change the way trade and commerce happens so that the commercial infrastructure parallels the energy infrastructure, and that's the real story. We hope to continue to ask hard questions and to invite key business and policy stakeholders as well as academics, and to keep the dialogue new and fresh, to change the model each time. I think the metaphor for the Caspian Corridor, which started with Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan, was follow the pipelines. But it's much more than pipelines. It's about all the supporting supply chains and industry and the diversification of the economies in this region undergirded by the oil wealth. But now we see something much bigger emerging where these backbones of energy, rail, transportation, and commerce with Europe and with Asia can create more stable economies. We'll see. But I think we can all ask ourselves the question is, if these infrastructures, energy and otherwise, help stabilize in the region, that has to empower the neighbors, and that's from the Middle East, Turkey, Iran, even Russia, also Asia, also Turkmenistan's pipeline that they're talking about building with Total, to Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. This is a proposition that's moving in all directions so that the corridor is perhaps a backbone of commercial support for its neighbors.